flashiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Ohio State's offense will take the field first. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and, David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too. And they'll be ready for some revenge.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Quick strike complete. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. The give to Davis. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on 4th down. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Got the quick completion. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll try it over the left side. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Back to pass, it's Sayin. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly complete. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, this guy's really feeling it. Of course, last week he had 2 sacks, and here he is in this one registering his first. This guy very quickly is making a name for himself as one of the best pass rushers in college football.
And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Marshall.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Got it behind the line. It's Davis. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. Oh, it's loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Catches it at the 30. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. The give on the option. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Quick completion on the out. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got a man, it's Porter. Turning it on! He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, they're talking about him for the Heisman. But just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's coming out of the end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The give. Fighting off the defender. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll give it to the back. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. They'll ride Davis here. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Lets it fly on the move. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Option look. It's Sayin. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. And the Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The screen, he can go. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The running back has it. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one is perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The give to the back. Kearney on the Jets. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Davis. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal. The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Young. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Wants to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Pulls it in. It's Porter. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. To the air on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that is why this defense is so good. They get after the quarterback and get him on the ground. That's their 3rd on the day, and they're number 1 in the country in sacks, and they have been a problem for every offense they've faced.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Finds his big tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll go to the ground. Makes his man miss. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 2nd down coming up. To throw, it's Underwood. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Quarterback on the keeper. Shakes off the defender. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Finley. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. He's going to run it. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Finley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On the move. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for the corner on the jet sweep. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. And we've got a deadlock here in the third quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Pulls and fires complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Graham. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Caught behind the line. It's Young. Delivers the stiff arm. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They'll go to the toss. Sweet cut there. Inside the 25. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Off play action on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Cutting it close now with third and goal upcoming. Rides the back and leaves it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Georgia Tech has just had no answers today. You should see what Yellow Jacket greats like Calvin Johnson are saying on social media right now. Talk about unhappy. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After that last completion, it's second down. Gets it to him on the screen. Crosses to 35. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the 1st down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Going to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Caught over the middle. It's Finley. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Might be changing the route. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds a crease at the 20. Big run there, gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. To the ground, he's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. To the air, it's Underwood. Quick completion on the out route.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. And he tackles him for no gain.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Oh, he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Gonna run it. It's Young. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Buckeyes are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They'll go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He'll keep it himself. He's loose. There he goes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Finds his big tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Wide receiver comes in motion. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Finley. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. Handoff to the lone back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Underwood. Going for 6. Touchdown, Michigan! Fitted in the window for the score. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get them the ball back.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia Tech has just had no answers today. You should see what Yellow Jacket greats like Calvin Johnson are saying on social media right now. Talk about unhappy. They're trailing by 16 to Georgia. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Creates a little space. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Buckeyes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Prieskorn. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
This is such an interesting moment for the offensive coordinator because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to tie this game and send it to OT, but you want to be aggressive and you believe in your own playmakers to step up, and that's why they're still being aggressive in throwing the football, but there's a huge risk component with that. You can't take sacks and you can't turn it over. What do you do here if you're on offense?
Trying to power it in. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Touchdown, Wolverines! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Gets it out fast. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. Fires to the tight end. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The offense gets the timeout, 12 ticks left on the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Wants to go up top on first down. On target over the middle. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.